Incredible how clean this is, huh? Yeah, for being up in Minnesota. This car's incredibly clean. Next best thing, I'll sit on a toolbox. Hey, what is up, dudes? Alright, so we've got racing coming up this weekend. I am unbelievably excited for that. I need it. I need it desperately. I don't know if you guys are like me, but there's just a need to go and play hard, and it's an itch that racing really scratches. I don't know how I got by before we had like regular racing up here. There's nothing quite like running autocross. So that's coming up, and that's going to be happening this weekend. I'm really thrilled. So as far as today goes, I'm going to take you guys on an inspection. We're going to look over the car. Going to talk about the suspension components. One of the main things that I want to show you guys, and ideally I'm hoping to get a little bit of advice from you as well, if you guys can chime in, if you are F-body owners. What exhaust has the best ground clearance? I have an SLP kit on this thing. I don't know if it's OEM, if it's like the sort of the original equipment SLP. It doesn't appear to be the loudmouth, but I love it. I love the sound of this thing, and it bums me out so much if I have to potentially get rid of it and do something different. But the ground clearance is absolutely horrendous. So that's really my question, is just what do you guys know of that has decent ground clearance for these things? Because I actually want to go lower with it. I want to try and make this thing even a little bit lower. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Let's take a look at this thing. Let's get it up in the air. We'll visit in a few minutes. Alright guys, let's grab a light. I think we'll poke around at the suspension here first, and then that'll give us a little bit of time just to make sure everything settles. Yeah, let's take a look at this suspension. I want to show you guys just how bad this is. Alright, check this out. Yeah. Oh, wow. I got 0 bump stops. I thought for sure I had bump stops and it was hitting it, but that's surprising. Well, it explains why it sounds like the car is getting launched into the next orbit or something, because it sounds horrendous inside. Well, that's why, because it's literally just hitting nothing. It's hitting metal. Yeah, okay. I'm actually not sure what brand these springs are. I don't know. Oh, we got a number. They actually might be iBox. No, what do we got? Sportline. Yep, actually I think that's an iBox spring. So that's kind of cool. Pleasant surprise. At least I kind of know what's on here. I thought it was something else, maybe something even a little cheaper. And then the gray shocks, I don't know, maybe Monroe's, maybe Takiko's. See, the back actually is okay, and you can see that there's no oil or anything that's running down the shaft of the shock, so that's good. I have no idea what these shocks are. iBox springs, but whatever they are toast though. So I should probably prioritize some upper A arms, which means the lowers are pretty ripped up. The old girl's definitely gonna need kind of everything. I mean, it makes a lot of sense now why there's a little bit of steering slop and everything feels just like a little shitty. Brakes look fantastic. Brian did a nice job on these. I know he replaced all the brakes in it. So I think it just kind of comes down to needing all like the kind of core steering and suspension parts replaced. Explain why they blew out. Looks like it might be Stag brand. I think that's the brand that I'm seeing on it. Either way, they're completely toasted. But, alright, well, throw the tires on, and then I think we get to climb underneath this thing and kind of take a gander down there. Alright, we're going with the phone for this part. Gotta get that nice wide angle shot. Alright, Camaro, please don't fall on top of me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, she's dripping a little bit out of there. So you guys can see how low that damn exhaust sits. And the weirdest thing is that the muffler is positioned. Yeah, see, it could go so much further up though. That's the weird thing. Huh. Yeah, because like look at how much lower it sits than the floorboards. It does actually look like the exhaust can be adjusted. Although that I don't get. Like, why would they engineer the exhaust like that? Most likely this is going to need to get on a lift, so I might actually need to pay somebody to do this. I know the quick jacks can go up a little bit higher. First I got to do some measuring and make sure that these things are actually parallel of each other before I go up to the next height. Just for safety's sake. All right, let's see what's going on here. Crank pulley's got a little bit of a wobble, but visually it looks fine. So that's good. Yeah, so on passenger side, you got all the room in the world right there. Seems like it doesn't have to sit this low. Like it should be adjusted. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's only got an inch under there. Yeah, it's only got like an inch up in there. But you'd think that you can adjust that, or even just like pinch this portion of it a little bit. That's crazy. Yeah, look. See, I've had some problems there. But you'd think that you could make some adjustments right here and maybe try and force this exhaust up. Like the whole thing seems like you should be able to loosen up all of the brackets and point it up a little bit. Yeah, I think we're going to have to explore that first and foremost. Get new clamps for all of it, and then try and point everything up a little bit and see if we can't get some better ground clearance. All right, anyway. So what do we got here? We got a little leak. God damn, this thing is clean. God, that's incredible. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, well, now we know what's wrong with it, and it's a lot. No, it's a few things. We know that obviously I need to get some bump stops in this thing. We can't have this axle crashing into the frame. I mean, that's just crazy. But it makes sense why it sounds so horrible when this thing goes over any really gnarly bump. So, good. We'll get that taken care of. And as far as the front end goes, I kind of knew going into this that it was, obviously, it's blown to all hell. I feel it every time I drive it. You guys see it in the videos. And now I can confirm what they are, and that's Stag brand? I don't know.
Failing pile of garbage.
Anyways, guys, we got the races coming up on Saturday. You know, feel free to check out the Instagram. I'll probably be putting up some video in the stories and probably snapping a few pictures from it. Obviously, I'll be making a video. I always try and do that. So that'll show, me doing a couple laps, and then that's going to show some of the cool cars that actually do come out. So anyways, thanks you guys very much for tuning in. As always, I greatly appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys watching. It all helps me work towards some personal goals that I have, and that is growth and, kind of see where this thing can take me. We've now crossed 2,000 subscribers, which is awesome. And the numbers just continue to average higher and higher, and I think that's all because of you guys and your support. So thank you very much. All right, we'll see you next week.